Heartbreak for Celtic as Lazio have defeated them in Glasgow. Last kick of the game, Pedro. Oh, Pedro. Here we are, Fog Football back again, Champions League. Celtic were looking to end their 10-year wait to win a game at home in the Champions League, but they couldn't do it. It's been like, 3,600 and something days, and here they have. They've completely messed up. You know what? Rangers bias here. I'll throw Celtic a bone. I think they deserve to win that game. There you go. There's the bone I'll throw them. But they didn't win it. And football is a game of small margins. And I think they'll feel a wee bit unlucky. But we'll talk about the start of the game first. But by the way, I think see the Lazio kit. It looks like something Ross County would wear. Anyway, start of this game. Even start, I felt like. Celtic beginning to get a bit of momentum. They get a corner. Straight after this, great play. Hatate, Maida, Johnston linking up, ball into O'Reilly, he flicks it through to Kyogo. I think Kyogo's finish is actually pretty poor. I think the goalie should save this, but he doesn't save it, and it trickles into the back of the net past the goalie, and the goalie is absolutely raging because he's let this into the back of the net. But Kyogo, I did say, pretty sure was it 2-1 I predicted? No, I said 3-2 Lazio. I said 3-2 Lazio, and I said Kyogo would break his Champions League duck. Well, I was kind of right. Here, but he makes it 1-0. Celtic have a pretty decent chance after this as Dyson Maida drags a shot wide, and I'm sorry, this is why Maida just ain't good enough. The simple reason is the guy, right? He gets a fucking opportunity here, right? And it's not an easy opportunity, but the shot's shit, and it goes out for it would have went out for a throw-in if Lazio guy didn't get onto it. And it's a tough enough angle, right? I'm under no illusion of that, but for fuck's sake, man, this guy couldn't he finish in a brothel? Yes or no? El Generico here. People say that all the time, but the shot gets dragged wide. And I'm not saying this should be 2-0, right? But it should be a decent opportunity at the least, and it really turns out not to be for Celtic here. And then, Lazio, who I don't think were particularly good, like I said, Immobile does have that shot saved from Joe Hart. But Immobile, it was offside, but you would think he would actually finish this more often than not, but he didn't. He didn't save this shot here because, he didn't save it, but it wouldn't have mattered because it would have been offside anyway, just a wee bit offside. But then Lazio do in fact get themselves a corner kick, and it's Facino. He saves it. Facino saves it. He flies it. Well, Joe Hart wishes he saved it. He did save it, but it was 2 yards over the line, and the commentators are trying to claim here that there wasn't much in this. I mean, it was clearly, and when I mean clearly over the line, I mean it was fucking clearly over the line. And then there's a penalty shout for Celtic, and to me, this is the most laughable instance of the game, right? Because I'm not too sure whose hand it hits off, but he's got his hands behind his back, and they're as close to into his body as possible. And Big John Hartson here is actually trying to fucking claim that this is a penalty. He's it hits his hand. Fuck off, John. You know what? Celtic, even though they deserve to win this game, I think, they actually deserve to lose it because of John Hartson's biased commentary. I mean, come on the fuck, man. Have a bit of self-respect. Trying to claim this was actually a penalty, I think, is a fucking disgrace. It really is. But that took us into half-time. We go into the second half in this game, and like I said, Celtic deserved this. Chances galore. We saw the likes of Palma warming up, but most notably, we did have Carter Vickers warming up. And guess what with Carter Vickers? Carter Vickers! He's the one who cost him the goal late on. For me, Luis Palma, he scored that goal. We all thought Celtic were going to win here in the 81st minute. It was offside though. Initially it didn't look offside, but then in the replay it showed you that it clearly flicked off Dyson Maida. And I'm sitting here thinking at this point, how idiotic were Rangers not to sign this guy? Rangers in such desperate need of a winger, and then what did they do? They wanted Palma. It looked like Palma's only option was Rangers. Then he joined Celtic, scored a crucial goal against Motherwell, and it looked like here he's going to send Celtic to their first win in the Champions League in over 10 years. Sadly for Celtic though, it was disallowed, but Celtic can't dispute this. It was offside. It was clearly offside because you see Maida flick it on. And then we have an end-to-end bit of the game towards the end. We see Pedro come on, And guess what? Pedro is the man. Pedro is the guy to absolutely sink Celtic here because the ball is whipped in for Matteo Guendouzi, formerly of Arsenal, I believe on loan for Marseille. Pedro, of course, this guy's won it absolutely everywhere. And guess what? He's put it into the back of the net. And what I will say is, this looked offside. This looked offside. And there wasn't anything conclusive. They didn't really show any replays. They didn't really get any lines out. Like what I would say is before VAR, this would be level for me, but it looked offside, with VAR. Is it as big as injustice as what Liverpool was against Tottenham? Absolutely not. But was it offside? I mean, I would need to see alternative angles. I'd need to see the lines drawn, but the lines will not get drawn here because, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to pretend that I'm hurt by Celtic losing here. Now, the coefficient's hurt, of course, but Lazio, man, they've won. The Ultras have won. They were going ballistic in the corner and the Celtic fans went quiet. And you know what? They should have at least got a draw. And in my opinion, they should have won. But they didn't win. That's Celtic out of Europe. I just don't see them doing anything now. They're not going to finish third. And it's going to be another season not getting out of Europe past Christmas. And that's going to be pretty poor. But you know what? I think they deserve to win. I think they deserve to win, guys. But that was it. We'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's action. But until next time, peace.